If you never give up, you will win. Not because life suddenly becomes fair, not because everything starts going your way, but because time eventually rewards the person who refuses to stop. And that's the part most people never experience, not because they're incapable, but because they leave too early. They walk away in the middle of the storm, not realizing the storm is what was shaping them. They think success is about being ahead, about moving fast, about getting results quickly. But it's not. It's about endurance. It's about staying when everything inside you is telling you to quit. It's about continuing when there is no motivation, no clarity, no reassurance, just you and your decision to not stop. There will be a point in your life where everything slows down, where the excitement disappears, where the energy you once had is gone. You won't feel inspired. You won't feel driven. You'll feel stuck. And that feeling of being stuck will slowly start turning into doubt. You'll begin to question everything, your path, your effort, your purpose. You'll look at others and feel like they're moving forward while you're standing still. And the more you think about it, the heavier it becomes. Because now it's not just about where you are, it's about how far behind you feel. And that's where most people break. Not because life destroyed them, but because their own thoughts did. Because they started believing that where they are right now is where they'll always be. They confuse a phase with a final destination. They mistake temporary struggle for permanent failure. And once that belief settles in, quitting becomes easier. Not because they want to quit, but because they no longer believe continuing will change anything. But you have to understand something deeply. This phase you're in right now is not the end of your story, it's just a chapter. And chapters are meant to be continued, not abandoned. The problem is, when you're inside the struggle, it feels endless. It feels like it will never change. It feels like no matter what you do, nothing is working. And that feeling is dangerous, not because it's true, but because it's convincing. Your mind will try to protect you from pain by pushing you toward comfort. It will tell you to slow down, to stop trying so hard, to avoid disappointment by lowering your expectations. It will make quitting sound logical. It will make giving up sound like peace. And for a moment, it will feel right. Because stopping removes the pressure. It removes the struggle. It removes the constant effort of trying and failing. But what it also removes is your future. Because the life you want, the stronger version of yourself, it only exists if you keep going. The success you imagine, the peace you're chasing, it only exists if you keep going. It doesn't exist in quitting. It exists on the other side of persistence. And persistence is not easy. It's not motivational. It's not exciting. It's repetitive. It's boring. It's showing up every day and doing the work even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. There will be mornings when getting out of bed feels like a challenge. Not because you're physically tired, but because mentally you're exhausted. You've been carrying pressure, expectations, doubts, and it weighs on you. And in those moments, the smallest tasks feel heavy. The simplest actions feel difficult, and you start asking yourself, why am I even doing this? That question can either break you or build you. Because if you can answer it, if you can remind yourself why you started, why you care, why this matters, you will find a reason to continue. Not a loud, powerful reason. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just a small voice inside you saying, keep going, and that's enough. You don't need to feel unstoppable. You don't need to feel confident. You just need to move. One step. That's all it takes. Because progress is not about speed. It's about direction. And as long as you're moving forward, even slowly, you are still on the path. But here's what most people don't realize. The hardest part of any journey is not the beginning. It's the middle. It's the part where the excitement is gone, the results are not visible yet, and the effort feels endless. It's the phase where nothing seems to change, where your work feels unnoticed, where your growth feels invisible. That's where people quit. Because they think nothing is happening. But everything is happening. You just can't see it yet. Just like roots growing beneath the surface, your progress is developing. In ways that are not immediately visible. Your discipline is strengthening. Your mindset is shifting. Your resilience is building. And one day, all of that will show, but only if you stay long enough to see it. Most people never do. They leave too soon. They give up right before things start to make sense, right before their effort begins to pay off, right before they become the person they needed to be. And that's the tragedy. Not failure, but quitting before the breakthrough. You have to be different. You have to decide that no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you feel like stopping, you will continue. Because the truth is, life will test you. It will put you in situations where you feel like you're not enough. It will challenge your patience, your discipline, your belief. It will give you moments where everything feels uncertain. And in those moments, you will have a choice: to stop or to continue. And that choice will define your life. Not your talent, not your background, not your circumstances, but your decision to keep going, over and over again. Even when it's hard, even when it's painful, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because that's where strength is built. Not in comfort, not in ease, but in resistance, in struggle, in persistence. You are not meant to have an easy life. You are meant to grow, to evolve, to become stronger. And that only happens when you are pushed beyond your comfort. So when things get hard, don't see it as a sign to stop. See it as a sign that you are being shaped, that you are being prepared, that you are becoming someone who can handle more. Because the life you want requires a stronger version of you. And that version is being built right now. In this struggle, in this uncertainty, in this moment where quitting feels easier, but you choose not to. Every time you continue, you are proving something to yourself. You are proving that you are not controlled by your emotions. You are proving that you can act even when you don't feel like it. You are proving that you are disciplined. And discipline is what creates results. Not motivation, not inspiration. Discipline. Because motivation will leave you. Inspiration will fade. But discipline will carry you through everything. It will carry you through doubt, through failure, through exhaustion, through every moment where quitting feels like the only option. And the more you rely on discipline, the less power your emotions have over you. You stop reacting. You start acting. And that's when your life begins to change, because now you are no longer waiting to feel ready. You are no longer depending on external validation. You are no longer controlled by temporary feelings. You are consistent. And consistency is unstoppable. You might not see results today. You might not see results tomorrow. But if you keep going, they will come. Because effort compounds. Every day you show up, you are adding something. Even if it feels small, even if it feels insignificant, it matters. Because small actions repeated over time create massive change. And one day, you will look back and realize that all those days where you felt like nothing was happening were actually building everything. That's how success works. It's silent at first, then suddenly it's visible. But only for those who stayed. Only for those who didn't quit. So stay. Stay when it's boring. Stay when it's hard. Stay when it feels pointless. Because that's the price of becoming someone who wins. And winning is not about being the best. It's about being the one who lasted, the one who endured, the one who refused to stop. And if you can do that, if you can keep going when everything inside you is telling you to quit, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Nothing. Because you have mastered the one thing that matters most: persistence. So keep going. Not because it's easy. Not because it's guaranteed, but because it's worth it. Because you are worth it. Because your future depends on it. And one day, you will look back at this moment, at this struggle, at this version of yourself who felt like giving up. And you will be grateful you didn't stop, because everything you wanted, everything you worked for, everything you became, came from one simple decision: to not give up. No matter what, no matter how long it took, no matter how hard it got, you stayed. And because you stayed, you won.